They chillin' in Alaska, swimming in Atlanta, vultures out in B-More. They Kira, Carolina, they wildin' in Chicago, howlin' down in Big D, Mile High in Denver. That Tallahassee pride is deep. They lunchin' in Vancouver, Desperado shootin'. The renegades on the loose, the hyenas lootin'. Gold out in QC, who higher than them sparrows. The Furies swooping in divine order for the pharaohs. Indy on the rise, the sharks about to mash. Gladiators, knights and Aztecs about to clash. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. First and 10, I'm so aggressive. The end zone, the game plan, no pressure. They gotta pay me how they measure me. You know these haters on my back like the referee. You know I'm in it to win it. Game day, I'm about my business, I gotta get it. So I'm all about my ends. And these non-stop wins. They can't touch us, can't touch us. We turning up on these suckers. You know the D brought the rockets. Cause we tighter than the huddles. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. Third down is going down. Round and pound, oh, we gotta air them out. That's why I gotta hit the route. Hit the flat if I catch it, then I'm out. 40 inches gotta taste. YOLO, just no perfect. So tighten up and hit the power high. The audible and draw them off sides.
Ryan Michaels gets a block midfield. Ryan Michaels, he could be gone. Trying to be comfortable behind, he will not. Touchdown, Houston.
Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party.
Yola shakes it. Oh my goodness, and Yola gets away. Jay Yola on the first play for Tallahassee is going to score again. Left side, Odom gets away. Odom breaks another tackle. Ash Odom, you've got to be kidding me. Big chase, 10-5 touchdown. Oh my word.
Tonight, Friday night, lights shine none brighter than on Canada Field in Vancouver, British Columbia. The Season 9 SFL champions, the Mexico City Aztecs, travel to Vancouver to take on the Legion, where every game for the Legion is essentially a must-win from here on out. Mexico City seems to be coming off a loss themselves, need to get the ship righted as well. Who's it going to be on this Friday Night Lights edition of the SFL Network? It's Mexico City, it's Vancouver, it's brought to you by APM Music, and it starts right now. Welcome in to Canada Field, Vancouver, British Columbia, the site, and this Friday Night Lights telecast of the SFL, brought to you by APM Music, is on the air. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. Chris Curtis, along with my new broadcast partner for this week and this week only. It is Eric Vincent. Eric, it's going to be a good one, and Vancouver in a sticky situation with the rest of their schedule.
Oh, absolutely. You said it. They got to win just about every game from here on out, Curtis, in order to get themselves into the hunt. Mexico City firmly in the wild card chase right now at 5-3. So we will have to see exactly what happens here as we go down to the field for the coin toss coming up.
Vancouver sitting at 2-6 at the moment. They need to win out to get themselves to 500, which would put them at the tail end of that Western Conference for a possible playoff bid. We'll see how that shakes out. But we are about to get things underway. A balmy 58 degrees at game time in Vancouver, along with that normal overcast sky that definitely populates the Pacific Northwest on a regular basis. But we are ready for football. Looks like it's going to be Mexico City that gets first crack at it, as Kyle Walsh has the ball on the tee. Mexico City will get this started. Matt Wilson, first crack at the football. We'll see how that goes. The ball is on the tee and away for the Legion. Caught at the 5-yard line, brought back to the 20, 25. Good move to the left. He may have some room. A lot of green in front of him. It is going to be to the 20. Can they catch him? They cannot. To the house. Mexico City off to a fast start. That is a kickoff return touchdown.
Oh, and what a way to start the game. Jeffrey Daggs taking this all the way to the house as we get another look here. Watch him follow his blockers all the way on the left side. And then there was nothing but green in front of him. Really, no one could catch him on that play. And it was just an easy path to the end zone. Great first play for the Aztecs. And this was the magic that we were talking about off air here, Curtis.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to have found a little bit of it early. We'll see how Vancouver can recover. But they, without even getting on the field, Matt Wilson has a lead to work with when he comes out for the technical second possession of Mexico City's night. Extra point from the middle hash. Snap low, kick on the way. A lot of time for that to develop, but it is up and through. Aztecs up 7-0 early, and now we'll get to see Vancouver's offense with almost no time elapsed on the clock.
Yeah, and this is going to be a good start here for the Aztecs as they got the ball teed up. They're going to go kick it over to the Legion. And, we'll see what happens here as the Legion take over on offense.
And that is up and gone. It'll get down to the 4-yard line. Up there to the 20, moving right. And he is going to get taken down. A massive hit at the 25-yard line. And that is where the Legion will start this particular drive. Taking a look at the Vancouver offense real quick. Mark Biddick's going to be the one taking the ball under center. Cody Hill is his halfback. He's also got Jonathan Sanchez in the fullback position, so 2-star backs for the Legion. Wide receivers, Brett Killian and Trevor Farrell, the mainstays for Vancouver in that particular spot. And that is it for the offensive stars for the Legion. We'll go over the Aztec defense here in short order. Biddick has the first down play. The left-hander looking to throw. Wings it left, and it's tipped and incomplete. Chance up the left side, but it falls to the ground.
That was a great play by the Mexico City Aztecs, batting down that ball and, coming up with the incomplete pass there. You want to know what's great up here in Vancouver, though? Their waffles. The waffles are fantastic up here.
Fair enough. As we get going, second down for the Legion under center is going to be... Oh, that's a play action. Biddick to throw. Throws right towards the sideline. It is caught there. A 5-yard gain just past the 30. And we will have a second down play.
And a good play on second down. Obviously we got the 2-star running backs back there. We got Jonathan Sanchez and Cody Hill. And they know how to tote the rock, go a little play action, maybe catch the Aztecs off guard. Good gain on second and 10 there.
Under center, Biddick to throw again to the outside. Chance for Hill. He's going to try to rush forward, and he will be short of the first down. 4th and 1, and it looks like the Legion will punt.
And again, this defense for Mexico City, no joke. They are allowing 217 passing yards. It was the 18th in the SFL, which doesn't really tell the whole story behind this defense. They were able to make that stop right there, though, forcing the 4th and 1 against Cody Hill.
Jeffrey Daggs back deep to return the punt. This kick is going to go end over end. Get it down to the 23, and he is hit like a train at the 25-yard line. No further than that. Now we get to take a look at the Mexico City offense. for the first time this evening, and it is headed, of course, by Matt Wilson, number 12, the quarterback, Ray Bentley, the man himself in the halfback position, Cale Barrett, who had a decent week last week, but not great. Richard Montague as well in the wide receiver spot. Mike Daggs, who was a force last week, and he is in the tight end spot. Look for him to be a target for this game. First down for Bentley. Has some room to run. It'll be a 2nd and 5 coming up.
Well, and we talked a little bit to Vancouver Legion owner Andy Hamilton, and he was saying that he was wanting to stop the run this week and stop Ray Bentley in his tracks, forcing Matt Wilson to make these throws. And Matt Wilson, he's had the least amount of passing yards since his rookie year back in Season 6 with the Gorillas, so we'll have to see what happens here.
Riding a little bit of the struggle bus is Matt Wilson. He'll have it on 2nd down. It'll be a handoff to Bentley, and he gets stood up at the line. The off-tackle run not going to work. It'll be 3rd down upcoming for the Aztecs.
And you got to love watching the safeties come up and making that big hit there, especially Markham Lopez coming up from his free safety spot all the way up to make that play at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 5 here for the Aztecs.
Under center, 2 in the backfield. One of them is Bentley at 5 in the defensive line, 7 in the box. Handoff, Bentley, first down, and a couple more. That will get him to the 37-yard line. 36 is where they'll mark him at the first down.
Either way, that's a first down, and Ray Bentley showing you his skills as a running back. And, he is the main focal point of this offense very clearly. So the offense flows through him, and we'll have to see if he is able to get some more yardage here in this ballgame.
Wilson to throw. Plenty of time throw. Short pickoff! And it's back at the 36-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. And Vancouver has a takeaway, and they have it in prime field position.
And this is exactly what Vancouver was looking for here. Forcing Matt Wilson to throw the ball, reading the quarterback the whole way as Marquise Reed, making that great pick, and Vancouver is in business here.
They're already in long field goal range for Eric Walsh. We'll see if they can get him a little bit closer, if they can possibly punch it in and tie this ball game up. Cody Hill is the back for Mark Biddix. 4 on the defensive line for Mexico City on first down. Looking to throw. Biddix over the middle. Deep. Killian caught. 10-5 to the house. Vancouver on one play punches it in, and they're 1 extra point away from tying the game.
Man, did these two teams come to play or what? What a play there by Brett Killian, turning on the spin cycle here, and what a dime by Mark Biddix, by the way. Let's get another look here as he throws it right where he needs to, in between the two defensive backs. Oh my God, just filthy.
Yeah, that's nasty. Took the safety out to dry on that. That is a huge touchdown for Vancouver, and a really nice answer after the kickoff return for a touchdown by Mexico City. And more importantly, now Matt Wilson, who has been riding the struggle bus as mentioned earlier, now has to come back after throwing an interception, and then his defense giving up a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing worse than being 0 for 1 with an interception to start your day off there, Curtis.
Yeah, not a lot at all. That is true. So we'll see how he responds as we get things going again and give the ball back to the Aztecs. Eric Walsh has the ball on the tee, just about ready to go here again for the Aztecs' second drive. That is not a great start. You know, I was going to introduce the defenses, but we've been all action since the onset here. So we can get a chance to do that on this particular drive. This kick's going to go all the way down to the 10-yard line for Daggs. Daggs through the middle, and Vancouver's not going to let him get loose again, at least not on that play. He'll get to the 28, and that is where Matt Wilson and company will come back out.
And Marquise Reed coming up with his 3rd pick of the year, 15th turnover overall for this Vancouver defense. And you don't want to throw on these guys, so we'll have to see what happens here, especially if Ray Bentley keeps getting bottled up.
Take a look there at Trey Lawson. He is slotted up against I believe he's slotted up against Richard Montague in this game, if I'm right. This will be a throw for Wilson on first down. Oh, that was nearly picked off again. Was that? Oh, it was Lawson. Had a shot at it. He could have brought that all the way back, but it's 2nd down.
Oh, his boy wanted a shot at this one also. Let's get a look at Trey Lawson here. Again, just sits on this route the whole way, reading Montague, and just comes right up, gets the tip ball, Good pass deflection. Definitely wanted more on that play, though.
Yeah, he's kicking himself for letting that one flip through his fingertips. If you guys are just joining us, Friday Night Lights SFL telecast from Vancouver, British Columbia. Chris Curtis, Eric Vincent, along with you for the call. We got Jeff on stats as well. Stats team making us look smarter than we actually are. Thank you to you guys who do that each and every week on the SFL network. 7 in the box for Vancouver on second down, and it's an offset I formation for Wilson. Handoff, Bentley, right side, it goes nowhere. He will lose 2, and we're looking at 3rd and long.
And a great play by the Vancouver linebackers getting in there. That particular one, Vic Bowers Jr. making the stop. The backup linebacker, give that man a contract, because that was a good hit there on old Ray Bentley.
Vancouver seems to be reading the run. Wilson's going to throw over the top. It's tipped and incomplete. That was close, but that is Markham Lopez who says absolutely not, and the Aztecs will punt.
Yeah, and a great play there. Again, this Vancouver secondary is very, very good. Their stats don't really show it overall, at least as far as the yardage goes, but man, oh man, multiple guys on this defense here with multiple interceptions. Like I said, you do not want to throw against these guys.
More importantly, Matt Wilson right now 0 for 2 in the completion to interception ratio at the moment, so he does not have a completed pass to his own teammate. This will be a run back for the Legion, and they'll get back to the 46-yard line is where they'll mark him, and that is where Mark Biddix will come back out. Good field position again for the Legion. Can they make something happen?
I mean, if Mark Biddix is going to throw the ball like he did that last drive, I mean, of course something can happen. A great dime pass there in the middle of the field, that pass drive. And you're right, this is some good field position here for the Legion.
Haven't seen Cody Hill with an actual rush yet. Could we see that on this drive? And we will. Hill through the middle. He has a hole, but he's going to get taken down after a 7-yard gain down to the 46 inside Mexico City territory.
And we have seen a resurgence for Cody Hill. I know kind of earlier on in the Legion season, we were looking at Cody Hill like, okay, when's this guy going to explode? When's this guy going to come out and have a coming out party? He's averaged over 120 yards and a touchdown in his last 4 games. Pretty impressive stuff.
Biddix in the split backs. 4 on the line for the Aztecs. Left-hander backs up, 3-step drop over the middle, caught to the 30-yard line. He's going to get dropped like a stone there as the Aztecs come up and hit him at the point of attack. First down for Vancouver, though, as they get into field goal range.
And even under pressure here, Mark Biddix able to deliver. Look at that duck being thrown there, and Trevor Farrell able to grab it and make something out of it. What a play there by the Legion.
Wah, wah. Little duck, little wobbler. That's fine.
That was a
all got
placard.
there. Take a look there at Mark Biddix. Trevor Farrell was the one on that last catch. Biddix to throw. Has time, throws in the crossing pattern to the left, and a monster hit on Brett Killian. No, that was not Brett Killian. It was Sanchez, the fullback, who caught that. What a hit. Hit him so hard he changed his number at 2nd down.
I thought it was the same thing, too. He's looking like a receiver coming out of the backfield there. But that's the beauty of having 2-star backs in the backfield, is that you can mix and match what you want to do with them. Running, passing, whatever you want to do. And they're both versatile that way.
Bunch of receivers at the bottom. Handoff. Cody Hill breaks through a tackle, has some room to run. Green in front of him to the 11-yard line. I'd call it the 10.5, but it's a first and near goal anyway, as they can still get a first down.
Man, Vancouver has come out firing on all cylinders. Look at this, just lowering the boom. I thought he was Ray Bentley for a second there. Great play by Cody Hill.
2 carries, 19 yards for Cody Hill, as that one was a 12-yard scamper. And he is in the offset I. Sanchez to his left. Killian top of your screen. Farrell bottom of your screen. Looks to throw. Biddix, plenty of time. Lobs it over the middle. Tipped. And a tip drill is not going to work for Mexico City, as 4 different Aztecs had their fingers on it. But it will hit the ground harmlessly at 2nd and 10.
Ooh, those end zone passes in the back of the end zone, they are always dangerous to watch. And Mexico City had several chances there, probably 4 different chances to make that turnover. Weren't able to make the magic happen. And I'll tell you what, Mexico City has kind of come out lackadaisical to start this thing off. I'm rather surprised.
Yeah, a bit of a rough start. Could be the hostile crowd they're up against, too. Vancouver's been rocking all night long. as the Friday Night Lights crew is in town. This will be a handoff. Cody Hill trying to get there. Off tackle. He has a first. No, they're going to call it 3rd and inches somehow, but they are going to have it at the 1-yard line, and an interesting spot.
Interesting is a word, yes. I don't think that was a good spot at all. Not really worth the challenge, I don't think, as Vancouver comes quickly out of the huddle, and we'll see if they can punch it in with Cody Hill here.
2 in the backfield, plenty on the defensive line for Mexico City. Vancouver can take the lead. Handoff, Hill, got in! Touchdown, Legion!
And that's his 5th game with a touchdown run. 5th game in a row with a touchdown run. So Cody Hill, welcome to the SFL, my man. You are looking incredible so far. And this is a great start here by the Legion here on Friday Night Lights.
You know, you and I were talking before the game about the game last week that ended in all field goals. It doesn't look like we're going to have that this week.
No. We're going to get a goodie this week.
Yeah, we're going to get a good one for sure. Going to be 14-7 as long as the extra point has no issue. Snap is low. A lot of time for that to develop, but it is up and through. Vancouver up 14-7 on Mexico City as they are trying to stay alive in the playoff hunt, and they're at least surviving for the time being. We'll see what Mexico City has as an answer on this next drive.
Yeah, shout out to those guys over in chat throwing out them bits. Jason1347 with 100 and Steven at large as well with another 100. Vancouver Legion earlier in the chat, they had thrown out 1,000. Yeah. So we'll have to see some more bits coming in as we go through the progression here.
And that's going to be Dagged on the kick return. Juke move has him still going as he gets to the 29. They'll mark him at the 30. And that is where Wilson will come out. You mentioned Jason just a minute ago. I got into a bits battle with him week 1. And let me just say it did not end well for me.
No.
That man's throwing bits around like he owns them or something.
I know how generous he is with the bits.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Under center is Matt Wilson, 2 in the backfield. Handoff, Bentley getting to the left side, and he will not go very far, but he will get enough to make a 4-yard gain happen. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And again, look at those stat lines there. A bit of a role reversal. Ray Bentley under 2, or just a little over 2 yards a carry, and Cody Hill with over 6 yards a carry. Who was who in this game today? This is unbelievable to me so far.
Yeah, I feel like Ray Bentley's wearing a mask, and so is Cody Hill at the moment. Take off the mask. They are who we thought they were. Handoff, left side Bentley. Now he has some room to run, and he'll get a first down and move the Aztecs up towards midfield. They get past the 40.
There we go. That's a little bit more of what we're used to seeing. Ray Bentley, that grown man, and he's just following his blockers here, doing what he does best. Great blocking from the Aztecs, and dragging bodies along with him as well. So good news for the Aztecs as they get a first down and move the chains. Yeah,
they get him moving. They can really do anything they want on offense. He is absolutely the key to make this Aztec machine go. Under center, 2 in the backfield, another one for Bentley. He's going to push his way forward to the 43-yard line. He gets dropped there. It's 2nd and 8.
And you mentioned it. He is part of the machine here. 111 game is what they average. Oh, that's 6th best in the SFL. So you got to watch out for this guy. And we mentioned it earlier. Andy Hamilton's got his eyes on Ray Bentley. We'll have to see if his defense holds up against him.
Yep. The key was to stop the big plays, stop him from getting those 8-yard gains. Bentley again stood up at the line, and Vancouver's defensive line stands up well. Is that who I think it is? I think that is, yes, it is Frank Champion, the inside linebacker. He takes the job seriously, and he will drop into a 3rd down.
Ooh, Frank Champion averaging 6.5 tackles per game this season. Absolutely incredible from an inside linebacker.
Under center, Wilson looks to throw. Pump fake, throws short, caught, first down, and a few more into Vancouver territory. Richard Montague has his first catch.
Ooh, and Champion got a little greedy there, going for the swat here. We're going to see it on the replay, hopefully, as we'll see Montague come out of his break. Champion turning around, thought he had it. Couldn't quite come up with the play, and that's a good first down for the Aztecs.
1 touchdown lead in the first quarter. Still about 2:21 left in said first quarter. Already seen 3 touchdowns to this point. Split backs formation for the Aztecs. That's a free play. Bentley through the middle. Won't go very far, but it's not going to matter as the encroachment penalty is going to push the Legion back 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction, number 94. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Got a little free yards there, Curtis.
Yep. 3 yards. You got to love those. It'll make it a 1st and 5 scenario as the neutral zone infraction does indeed push the Legion back. And that's one thing you can't do. You can't give the Aztecs too many chances to make good on the opportunities they have. Otherwise, they'll burn you. Wilson to throw. Plenty of drop back to it. The left-hander's going to throw to the left towards the sideline. Caught by Mike Daggs, and he will get it out to the 23-yard line. And that is a 1st and 10 as they're in field goal range.
Yeah, good tackle out there by J.J. McClain. Not a whole lot you can do here against Daggs, who is obviously a better athlete out there. And he had 6 catches this past game, this last week against the Houston Hyenas. So maybe they'll be making him a better focal point of the Aztec offense.
I mean, if it works, it works. That's exactly how that goes. He'll line up in the slot here. 7 in the box. 1 creeping up. Handoff. Bentley trying to squeeze his way through the tackles, and it's not going to work. He will gain a yard. He is working on 24 yards on 9 carries, so he's not quite hitting his normal workload.
No, definitely not, and that's what we've been talking about here. Vancouver doing a great job bottling up Ray Bentley and keeping him from pushing the ball forward. Another 300 bits from Mix_RR, by the way.
That'll work. Bentley is going to get taken down again. They do get to the 20-yard line, but no farther as they enter the red zone for the first time this evening. And Eddie Gage brings up a good point in chat. Pass protection's been good for Wilson, but they cannot open holes for Ray Bentley right now.
Yeah, absolutely, which is incredible because if you think about it, Ray Bentley, again, he's the focal point of this offense. How can you not open holes for the big man in your offense?
Sneaking up, 7 in the box. Wilson to throw, plenty of time, throwing to the outside. That is caught by Montague, and he will get not quite to the first down marker. 4th and inches in decision time for Ramos Linen Company on the sidelines.
I mean, I know they probably won't go for it here, Curtis, but I know me, I would want to go for it here in this situation. Although they're lining up on the offensive end, so we'll see what happens.
And will they call it? Will they actually snap the football? That's the question. Might be trying to drag Vancouver offside, which is something that is they're definitely prone to do, as displayed earlier. But the timeout is called, and the Aztecs will decide to kick the field goal. So as long as it goes through, Cole Varner. As we look at Varner watch for this field goal, they're lined up at the 13, going to be a 30-yard shot from the right hash for the Aztecs.
Well, and here's the head scratcher, Curtis. Why call the timeout? The first quarter was about to wind down. Was there really a reason to call the timeout? That's a free play right there for you.
That's not wrong. It's an interesting call. They decide to do that at, but either way, 37-yarder, my fault, and it is up and it is 30 yards. That was the first time. That's fine. Either way, Varner puts it through. It's a 3-point field goal, and the Legion keep a 4-point lead. Good stuff by the Legion, who bend but did not break in that particular drive.
And it was a very methodical drive for the Aztecs as well. They did a nice job driving the football as we get a look at the score going into the end of the first quarter.
Yep, first frame done. Friday Night Lights on the SFL Network. We'll be back right after this. Friday Night Lights telecast on the SFL Network brought to you by APM Music and Show Business Studios, Media Tech Institute, Richards Printworks, ScoreStream, and SpyGoat. As you take a look there at downtown Vancouver earlier today. Nice sky view shot as we're back inside of Canada Field. Mexico City ready for the kick as they got the field goal on the last drive. It'll be a kick all the way down, and Vancouver will bring this back up 15 to the 20, taken down by the shoestrings at the 23-yard line. So that is where Mark Biddix and company will start this next drive. 2 for 2 on touchdowns for their offensive drive. We'll see what they can do on this third one.
Well, and they've got a bit of a longer way to go here, Curtis, so we'll have to see if Vancouver has the aptitude to get the ball down the field. Another shout-out to Mr. 23 for the 200 bits for Cole Varner hype. Left to the kicker.
I like it. Biddix, play action, throwing to the outside, dragging the feet, Cade Stevens style, and that is going to be a catch for the backup tight end.
And Baikovsky, a little toe drag swag for the tight end over there on the sideline. Great play there by the backup tight end, showing his worth as well. A good gain of 7 on first down.
I only called the Cade Stevens thing because I knew it would trigger Andy.
It always does.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Under center is Mark Biddix. He's got 2 in the backfield, one of those being Cody Hill, the other one being Jonathan Sanchez. He'll hand off to Hill. And through the right side off tackle, not going to work. It'll be 3rd and 2 as they're getting closer, but not quite there for the first down.
Well, and a great play by the Aztec defense, swarming around the ball carrier here. Jonathan Sanchez not able to get a good block off of that lead play. And unfortunately for them, they're faced with a 3rd and 2.
3 at the top, 1 at the bottom of your screen for Vancouver. Biddix, play action again, looks to throw right side towards the sideline. That is caught, and they're going to call it a first down. What a grab from Brett Killian, and that moves the sticks.
Well, and guaranteed, Killian, you know these guys, position rooms, they like to, kind of give each other a hard time. Anything you can do, I can do better. That's what Killian did right there. Saw what Baikovsky could do. The backup tight end was like, no. I'm the star of this team, bro. I can do this.
There you go. 1 out wide, 1 in the slot for the Legion. Handoff through the middle. Cody Hill gets lit up halfway through that stick, and it's going to be 2nd and 3 is what they're going to say. Bit of a favorable spot.
Yeah, they definitely gave him a little bit of a favorable spot. Maybe some forward momentum, forward progress there. Good run, though, by Cody Hill, who's been running the ball very well to start things off here in the first half.
3 bunch top of your screen. Another play action. They seem to like that. Throws right side. Another catch. And again, it's Brett Killian dancing on the sideline into the first down.
And Killian had 13 catches for over 100 yards in their last game against the Las Vegas. Definitely looking like he's going to be a popular target for Mark Biddix to throw to here in this current week.
If they keep running the same play, how long is it going to take for the Aztecs to stop it? That's what you got to look at. That's 2 times the same drive that they've called and run that play. Under center. Handoff. Cody Hill through the middle, has a little bit of room to run, but he'll get stood up at the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 39, 6-yard carry.
And I believe that was his tight end that was able to get into the second level there, into even the secondary, and was able to throw blocks there on the safeties. So that was a good run there on first down.
You take a look at the rating for tonight's game for Biddix, 143.5. He is in fuego at the moment. Under center handoff. Hill, he gets stood up at the defensive line, and that is a really good tackle to stop him from getting there. And it's going to be 3rd and a big 2 yards.
Oh, Jack Brown getting in there, laying the lumber from his middle linebacker spot. And Cody Hill looked like he had a head of steam going, too. Jack Brown was like, no, sir, you will get nothing and you will like it.
Under center is Biddix. Mexico City planning on pass, it looks like. It's a play action. Throw right side, caught by Killian. Did he get the first? He did. What a grab and an interesting spot, I think we can call that. But it's a 1st and 10 regardless inside late field goal range.
Man, Brett Killian has been coming out and making plays all over the field on this drive. Another drive extender for the wide out there, BK12.
Biddix, another play action, throws left side. That is a catch, and not much other than that after a 7-yard gain, and it's going to be 2nd down, and that's one for Trevor Farrell, I do believe.
Yes, sir. Trevor Farrell making another good catch out there for another gain of 7. Vancouver moving the ball well. Another shout out to T. Paternini for 100 bits. AP1111 for another 100 bits as well. Thank you, guys.
Just Farrell's first catch of the game. Well, that's Cody Hill. Did he get there? He did. And they have another 1st down to work with at the 24-yard line. And Vancouver moving the ball very efficiently right now.
Ooh, and that stretch, too. Did you see that stretch, Curtis? Right down the middle, stretching that ball out, making sure that he extended the drive as King Wallace was dragging him down. Great play by the rookie running back.
Under center. Handoff, Cody Hill putting a green in front of him, and he will get 9 yards, a 2nd and 1. He has been the focal point of the Vancouver attack to this point, and he is proving to be a better than an average rookie.
Absolutely. Well, Vancouver, they are no slouch when it comes to running the football. Obviously, with 2-star running backs, they're finally starting to kind of find their groove with that. They are just behind the Mexico City Aztecs at 7th in the SFL with 98 yards rushing per game. So you can definitely see that they like to run the football here.
In the front half of the rankings in rushing, that'll work. Biddix to throw, moves out of the pocket, throws short, and that will be knocked down. Trevor Farrell, the intended target, and it will be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure the defense was ready for the ball to be thrown right at him at that point. Just kind of stood there, gave it a little chest bump. Ugh, I grog. I threw a down ball.
Taking a look there at Jeffrey Daggs. He's sitting back in the safety spot just by the goal line. Handoff. Cody Hill gets lit up, but he gets a 1st down anyway. 1st and 10, and they're still able to get another 1st down on this drive. So they are moving the ball, and they're taking no prisoners on the offensive side.
Well, and Ramos, we talked about anything you can do, I can do better. Vancouver with their own methodical drive this time around, and honestly, they're looking a little bit better than Mexico City did on their field goal attempt on their last drive.
Handoff Hill through the middle, and he gets clotheslined out of his cleats on that after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 5.
And Evan Vera injured on the play. We certainly hope that he gets back up on the field. We'll have to keep an eye on the sidelines there and see when he comes back into action. But there's a look at Cody Hill striding up to the line of scrimmage. He has been very important on this drive as well. Him and BK12, very imperative on this drive for the Legion.
If Cody Hill doesn't touch it, it's definitely Brett Killian lately. This will be a throw to the outside, and that's a catch for Jonathan Sanchez, I do believe it is. He's got a 1-yard gain. It's 3rd and 4 from the 5.
And honestly, there wasn't much that Biddix could do on this play. Just running through his progression, seeing that everyone was covered. Great job by the Mexico City Aztecs, forcing Biddix to just check it down to Sanchez for a minimal gain.
Big 3rd down here from the Aztecs. They get a stop, and they force the 3-point attempt. Hand on, no play action, looks to throw. Corner of the end zone, caught! Touchdown! That is Trevor Farrell, and the Vancouver Legion have another touchdown.
And Curtis, that is the key to this offense. Mark Biddix, the wily veteran, able to sell the play action really well here on this play. Even fooled you up here in the broadcast booth, and obviously fooled the Aztecs as Trevor Farrell able to easily get over to the corner of the end zone for a score.
That was way, way too easy, but the Legion are using that play action to perfection this evening. And this will be an extra point attempt to make it a 21-10 lead.
Even DR Sim in the chat giving some props there.
That's a snap, good, hold good, kick up and through. 21-10. Huge shout out to the doctor. Loved calling the Hyenas game last week. It was a fun one to call. Last-minute touchdown that actually brought down these very same Mexico City Aztecs. I know he loved watching it. As we get going, ready for Matt Wilson to come back out on the field. At this point, you got to stop exchanging field goals for touchdowns. Mexico City's got to get in the end zone. They do not want this game to get lopsided. Dags is going to get this at the 9-yard line to the 20, moving right at the 25, back left. Spin move, he's got some green. Did he do it again? To the 50. He's going to get to the 40 left sideline. He goes, and he gets taken down there at the 30-yard line. Jeffrey Dags, Special Teams Player of the Week honors already, calling it on the first game.
Oh, and more of the Mexico City magic here as we get a look at Jeffrey Dags. A very similar return to his last one. Special teams breakdown there as two of the special teamers able to fall down for Vancouver, which opens things up for Dags. Fortunate for the Legion, though, able to catch up to him this time. But Vancouver still with great field position here. And, Mexico City with great field position, and we'll see if they can capitalize being down 11.
How about that? Matt Wilson, short field to work with here. He could really use a trip to pay dirt. 7 in the box defensively. Vancouver knows a run's coming. Instead, they'll pass. Wilson taken down. Sack at the 36-yard line. 37 is where they'll mark him, and the defensive line breaks through.
And that's Red Ross getting in there, making the sack. Really hardly, offensive line, just a huge breakdown there. Just letting his man go and able to get into the backfield and sack Matt Wilson.
Big sack. 4-yard loss for the Aztecs. Legion making defensive hay, as it were. See what they can do on second down. Ray Bentley will get a touch. Left side, can't break through his block, and he's going to get taken down after a 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and long, but they're still in field goal range.
Well, and Curtis, again, Vancouver with 7 in the box, anticipating the run to Ray Bentley. And naturally, he's not going anywhere. You saw a look at his average there, only averaging a couple yards a carry, which is absolutely unbelievable for a guy like Ray Bentley.
And Vancouver's doing what they wanted to. They're forcing Matt Wilson to beat him. He'll get a chance here. Right side, caught, turns upfield, cannot get the first down. It'll be 4th and 1 at the 22, and it looks like they'll attempt another field goal.
And this is what great defenses do. They watch the sticks on 3rd and long. 3rd and forever, basically, for Mexico City. Gave them everything except for the sticks. And Trey Lawson, boom, right at the stick, made the tackle. 4th and 1 coming up, and Mexico City's got to kick another field goal.
And another one for Cole Varner watch. Cole Varner hype in the chat from the 28-yard line is where the ball will be snapped to. Looks like it is going to be a 39-yard try. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is through from officially 38 yards, and they do make it an 8-point game. Mexico City at least gets points out of the drive, but they could have had so much more.
Oh, absolutely. And you know Jeffrey Dags has got to be kicking himself on the sideline like, what more do I have to do here? Guys, come on. I can't get it in the end zone every time. But 6 points for Cole Varner. He is an important part of this offense as well, and making it a one-possession ball game.
Very important to get the points where you can take them. And Varner lines it up, ready to kick it away. Kick is on the way. Major Key back there to grab it. He'll have the 15 to the 20-yard line. He gets taken down at the 21. Mark Biddix back out on to the field. 2 throwing touchdowns in this game. Also one in the end zone for Cody Hill. And that has been the entirety of Vancouver's scoring. We'll see what they have set up for us here late in the second quarter.
Well, and we talked about it. Mark Biddix, a better equipped quarterback, I think, in the here and now to handle the passing game than Matt Wilson, the Bronze Bomber. So we'll have to see what happens here.
Play action. Biddix throws, left side, caught. He's going to try to turn it upfield. He cannot. And that is going to be a Trevor Farrell catch, his 4th one of the day. And he will have an 8-yard completion.
And that's the tricky part here for the Aztecs as we get another look at Farrell's catch. Nice crisp route, able to catch the ball. Good 7-yard gain. And the trouble with this is with the play action. Cody Hill's been getting huge chunks of yards, so they have to respect the run game. So when they bite, Biddix goes and exploits it.
Under center, 2 in the backfield, Ford on the defensive line for the Aztecs. Handoff. Cody Hill, first down, a few more as he gets to the 36-yard line. Another new set of downs for Vancouver. They've been racking up those first downs today as they get another one.
And Curtis, this is what I was talking about. Another gain of 6 there. Big chunks of yards that Cody Hill is getting. He is showing why he was a high draft pick in this last SFL rookie draft.
Hill through the left side, a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8, just giving you an example. First downs, Vancouver has 13 first downs in the first half of play. As you take a look there again at Cody Hill.
Yeah, Cody Hill, the 9th overall pick in the SFL rookie draft. And again, Vancouver just moving this ball methodically, doing a better job at the methodical drive than Mexico City.
Biddix to throw. Drops back forever. Throws caught. First down. And that is another big catch, but that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Vancouver looking to drive it before the end of the half. We'll see if they can do it. This is Friday Night Lights on the SFL Network, presented by APM Music. And that was the back. That was Barkowski again, who made that last catch, I do believe. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Barkowski's there as well. Thrown. Oh, and a jumping grab for Brett Killian, but he's short of the first down marker. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, but when it's 1st and 10, Curtis, you don't really care where the marker is at that point, especially if you're getting 8 yards. With showing off the trap shoes here, just the trampoline all the way up in the air, getting that ball, bringing it down. 8-yard gain for BK12.
You can have it your way with BK12. He has it his way, no doubt, with that particular catch. 2 in the backfield, handoff Cody Hill. He's got what I do believe is going to be a first down at the 44. It is, as he gets just forward enough, and it'll be a new set of downs again for Vancouver.
And Vancouver seeming content so far with letting this clock roll a little bit as they come quick out of the huddle here, just as I'm saying that.
Splitbacks. Just north of a minute left in the first half. Biddix to throw, looking for it all. Tipped and incomplete. That was a really, really good play. And that was Mexico City 24. If I have the number correct, it is King Wallace on the cornerback spot. Nearly brought that one back down.
Well, and the wide receiver had a step there. So if Biddix could just launch it a little bit further, it would have been gone for 6. But a great play by the Aztecs, getting the fingertips out there and stretching it out, knocking it down.
4 wide. For Biddix, he's in the gun. Has the ball. 3-step drop. Throws short. It gets tipped the line. And it will drop there. Nothing doing on that second down play. 3rd and 10 as Mauricio Zita gets it.
Well, and again, this is a great job here by the Aztecs, providing coverage downfield so that Biddix has no other choice than just simply check it down to Cody Hill. And then the defensive line doing their job by getting those big mitts up, knocking the ball down, forcing a 3rd and long here with just under a minute to go.
3rd and 10 from the Indians.
Take a look there at the man in Vancouver. Mark Biddix, 3rd and 10. They'd love to get one more score before the half is over. Biddix going for it all, left side, caught! And that is going to be outside that's out of bounds. It's Brett Killian who brings it in, and it's a first down again.
Well, Biddix throwing it along the sideline, maybe threw it just a bit too far on the left-hand side as Killian had beat Jeffrey Daggs along that left-hand sideline, but Killian making a terrific adjustment there. One-handed grab, able to keep the feet in bounds for the completion and accidentally stepping out of bounds, but still getting a good chunk of yards there on that 3rd down.
His 6th catch of the night, 82 yards through the air, receiving for Killian. He is racking him up, offset I formation for Biddix, looking to throw. Throws right side, that's going to be caught for Trevor Farrell. Spin move, steps him out of bounds, and he will be short of the first down marker, but it does stop the clock.
Ooh, and that would have been something there. Trevor Farrell throwing down the spin cycle. Again, BK12, I saw that you did it, man. I could do it better. Watch me. Stepped out of bounds this time. Not quite as good. Still a good 9-yard gain on that play, though.
That is Farrell's 5th catch, so Mark Biddick's doing a really good job of spreading the ball around a bit. Under center, handoff. Cody Hill has the first down. Clock continues to roll, but Vancouver will call a timeout to halt that particular action. 1st and 10.
And Cody Hill with over 80 yards rushing here in the first half and a rushing touchdown. I mean, you can't really ask much more from your rookie running back as they're going into the half here. Lots of passing, lots of throwing, well-balanced offense here for the Legion as they come out with an offset eye.
I can see them going again with Trevor Farrell in the back of that end zone. That's where that
Yes,
spot
sir.
is. Let's see. Middle of the hash. Biddick to throw. Throws short. Got a chance at the first down at least. He did not get there. They'll go back to the no huddle. 3 seconds on the clock. They're not going to get it off. They do. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I can't read. That's fine. 30 seconds. That's a throw. End zone. Touchdown. Have a nice one. That is Barkovsky with the backup tight end for the touchdown.
Well, and Bajkovsky was the one that got the reception the play before on the little crossing route there. Not able to really get the first down, but this one, it looked like Mexico City was just bringing the house on this blitz here, and that was a good play by Bajkovsky to just kind of sneak over to the back of the end zone. Biddick spying him a mile away, and another touchdown pass for the Legion. They are just lighting up the scoreboard here in the first half.
They are. They're taking Mexico City kind of to task on this, on the defensive side of the ball. Mexico City has managed 1 touchdown. It was on the special teams unit and a couple of field goals. That's been it. And Vancouver's been running them ragged all over their own side of the field. That's 4 offensive drives for the Legion at this point. 4 offensive touchdowns. And you can't get more efficient than that as they look at a 28-13 lead going into the half.
Well, and Curtis, as old Andy Hamilton has pointed out in the chat there, Vancouver gets the ball in the second half, too.
Yeah, true.
So we'll have to see what happens here and see if Mexico City can get anything on the board here with 25 seconds left, 2 timeouts.
No, don't forget, they're putting the ball right in the hands of Jeffrey Daggs. He's already burned him for 2 really good returns, one of them being a touchdown tonight. He has the ball to 25, tries to get through, and he'll get taken down at the 29-yard line. The firecracker is going to hit the turf, and it will be Matt Wilson's turn to come out with not much time left. Probably going to try and air one out, at least get back in this game. We'll see.
Well, and obviously we know the Hall of Famer has a cannon of an arm, so get them within range, and they can certainly throw it to the back of the end zone on a Hail Mary, but they got to get within striking distance first.
Offset I formation. Wilson to throw. Throws over the middle. That's caught. Cale Barrett gets down inside the 50 to the 45-yard line, and that is where they will set up shop. Going no huddle, still a couple timeouts. They're going to be able to get the ball off in time is the question. They will. Handoff. Bentley, right side, has some room to run. Going to need to break the tackle. He will not. And with 1 second on the clock, they will burn their second timeout. And they are not quite in field goal range unless Cole Varner wants to try a 57-yarder.
Ooh, and I tell you what, Curtis, I was gnawing at my nails here watching that play, watching them take that snap rather than calling the timeout. I didn't think they were going to have enough time to kill that clock with the timeout, but alas, we got 1 second frozen on the clock, and looks like Wilson's going to go Hail Mary here.
He's going to air it out. You have 4 wide on the right-hand side. Hail Mary position. Will the prayer be answered? There's pressure coming. Got to step up in the pocket, and he can't do anything with it. Defensive line gets there first, and the offensive line needs to do some work to protect their quarterback.
What a gutsy call. Trey Lawson, the corner, coming in on a corner blitz to end the half there. And what a play as we come to the end of the first half here, Curtis.
28-13, 15-point lead for Vancouver. Let's get Eric Vincent's thoughts on the first half as you take a look at the stats.
Man, well, what can we say that we haven't already said, Curtis? I mean, let's look at the total yardage here. And Vancouver has just been lighting up the scoreboard despite the fact that Mexico City opened up with a kickoff return for a touchdown by Jeffrey Daggs. So, without that kickoff return, it would be a 28-6 ball game right now, which is incredible to say, especially going up against these Mexico City Aztecs who have so much magic coming into this ball game.
Very, very good team that Vancouver's doing this to. We'll see if they can continue it in the second half. As we take a break, halftime coming as Canada Field is the site for Friday Night Lights on the SFL Network. Stay with us. Back to
APM Music is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com and visit their all-new esports landing page to find the best highlight music, heroic action, and epic sounds to boost the quality of your esports stream just like us. Log on to forum.apmmusic.com/esports for more information. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Here at MediaTek, our goal is to create a well-rounded media professional. MediaTek is a place where you can turn dreams into reality. Our comprehensive recording arts, digital film, animation, mobile apps, and web development courses are focused on being very hands-on. We are a career-focused school. Our instructors are not only great teachers, they are also working professionals with real-world experience. MediaTek, come see what your future holds.
And back to Canada Fields. We get ready for the second half of play. If you guys are just joining us, missed a good one so far on the Friday Night Lights telecast in the SFL Network. Chris Curtis and Eric Vincent along with you, along with everybody in chat, seeing a whole bunch of familiar faces and some possible new ones. But we are ready to go and underway in the second half. Going back for the Legion as Major Key will get it back to the 23-yard line. Eric Vincent, let's get your thoughts on the Aztecs. They do not start with the football on this drive in the first one of the second half. Your key for the rest of the game, what do they have to do differently?
Well, I mean, Ray Bentley just has to get going. Only 12 attempts, 31 yards, just has not been getting going offensively, forcing Matt Wilson to throw the ball, and he hasn't done a great job of that either.
And that's a throw to the outside from Biddix that is caught, not going for much as Jonathan Sanchez. In fact, he will get nothing on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And going back to the Aztecs, they just haven't had sustained drives. They've really only had one sustained drive throughout the first half, which is forcing their defense to be out on the field defending this Vancouver Legion offensive attack, which we haven't really seen a ton of. But
under center, play action for Biddix. Looks to throw over the middle. That's caught. And that is going to be Brett Killian again, his 7th catch of the ball game. He's closing in 100 yards.
And Killian again, he had over 100 yards 2 weeks ago as they played Vegas. Had a bye week last week. And Andy Hamilton, a lot of time to think, a lot of time to game plan. And obviously BK12, a big part of his offensive game plan.
You got to think they're going to switch up the matchups a little bit. I believe he's matched up against King Wallace, who is the number 1 for the Aztecs, and he has been torching all night in the crossing pattern. Handoff for Cody Hill. He'll have a first down and a couple more as he'll get it out to the 36-yard line.
And speaking of King Wallace, I think Cody Hill has been dying to use that shoulder, that lowering the shoulder truck move there, and King Wallace, sadly for him, he was the victim there. And Cody Hill able to get a good few yards there and a good first down for the Legion.
35-yard lines where they're at. Offside I formation outside. Chance for Cody Hill to run with it, but he will get taken down. If you guys are coming into the league for the first time and seeing this for the first time, this is what we are, simulation football. To a T, production environment around 2 teams that are strategically put together by human beings, played by the AIs, but each player on the field represented by a human counterpart that's watching and waiting in the stands. So this is it's the first user-controlled simulation league that I can think of ever as we get things going. Is the Legion trying to push forward? They are 3rd and 10 as it looks like Mexico City's line is standing up.
Yeah, and definitely, if you guys want to check us out, any newbies out there, feel free to head on over to the website, simulationfl.net.
Yep.
All of our stuff is out there, including our Discord server, so feel free to check all that out.
You can actually use the Discord command, this !Discord, to join into our community on that side. That's a throw short. I believe that was for Trevor Farrell, if I'm right. That was a short throw, but it is indeed... No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's the backup wide receiver, I do believe. And it will be 4th down. Vancouver will punt.
Yes, sir. It was the backup wide receiver Kyle Cobb in there with the catch. Thank you, Andy Hamilton, for throwing up that Discord chat, by the way. And Vancouver with a rare punt here. So maybe Mexico City has made some adjustments here as they almost get to that punt.
They almost did. Fair catch called for by Jeffrey Daggs at the 20-yard line. That's where Matt Wilson will come out. They got some work to do, but not the end of the world just yet. Matt Wilson, they need to get points, and I don't think they can settle for field goals at this stage. They really need to get themselves into the end zone.
Well, and Curtis, again, Mexico City Magic. We've said it numerous times. They possess something with this team. They don't score a ton of points, but somehow they win ball games. We'll have to see if they have a magic second half here.
They do just enough to win in most cases. Handoff. Ray Bentley trying to bust his way forward, and he will get a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 out to the 26.
And a much better first down play there by Ray Bentley, able to drag himself through the line there, get the 5 yards on first down, and that's what you need out of your big bruising back.
Under center, 2 in the backfield, 7 in the box. They think Bentley's coming. We'll see if he is. He is through the tackle, has some room to run, and he will get a first down and a couple more to the 34-yard line. Ray Bentley starting to turn up a little bit, and that is nothing but problems possibly on the horizon for Vancouver.
My key to the second half for the Aztecs here, more Ray Bentley as we get a look here. Good blocking up there by his fullback, able to throw up a good lead block. Bentley really facing no one else until he got to the second level, so a good first down and a good drive extender for the Aztecs.
Again, this is a game that the Legion desperately needs, staring up at the rest of the Western Conference at the moment as they sit at 2-6. They need to basically win out. It's a handoff, but Vancouver saw it coming, and Bentley is going to hit the turf at the 30-yard line. Huge tackle for loss. It's a 4-yard loss at that.
Ooh, super disappointing here as we get a look at Red Ross again. He got a sack earlier in the ball game, and his boy Stanley Hudson getting in there and wrapping up Ray Bentley there for a huge loss on first down.
Take a look there again at Red Ross. He'll be trying to make an impact here on this 2nd and 14. Looking more and more like a passing situation for Matt Wilson. He will throw it. Leaving the backs to block, and that is a short throw left side caught. Not much left to that one as Kale Barrett will keep the toes in bound. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And, you know, I think that Matt Wilson was looking deep on that play, trying to get a huge chunk of yards back. Didn't really see what he liked, so he dropped it over to K.O. Barrett as he was finishing his route. Good catch there by Barrett on the sideline. And it's 3rd and slightly more manageable, even though it is a 3rd and 9.
Better than 3rd and 14, I suppose. We'll see what they can do with a 3rd and long either way. Wilson moves out of the pocket. That's a throw up to Bentley. Bentley's got to break that tackle, and he cannot do it. He will get taken down, and the Aztecs, who forced a punt from the Legion for the first time tonight, have to punt themselves.
And this was probably a drive that they needed to kind of get themselves back in the ball game, put some points on the board, and put some pressure on Vancouver. Unfortunately for the Aztecs, having to punt it here, and we may see Vancouver come after this one.
Low snap on the punt. Yeah, but it is away. It'll get all the way down to the 30 or 29-yard line where that is... had him. That's Major Key, who was back to receive that, and he will get taken down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mark Biddix as he comes out. I'm not going to say he can put the game away with a touchdown, but he can make it a 4-possession contest, I do believe. If he does, no, 3-possession if he makes this.
He can make it pretty darn close here, Curtis. So, you know, Mexico City has got to step up their defense. I know they've been out there a ton, but they got to step up here on this drive.
A lot of long drives for Vancouver to this point. Biddix to throw on first down. Heaves it over the middle. That's picked off right on cue. That is Jeffrey Daggs with the interception to the 45-yard line, and that is Mexico City taking back the football.
Curtis, I tell you what, man, if Mexico City is able to pull this win out, Jeffrey Daggs is going to get player of the game. He's going to get cookies, cake, all that good stuff there. Because, I mean, he has been just doing it all. Kickoff return for a touchdown, another huge kickoff return, and now this interception, momentum swinging back in his team's favor. Great play there by the unsafety.
Under center, Matt Wilson. Jeffrey Daggs has given his team some life here with good field position. Handoff, Bentley trying to make a hole. He will punch his way forward for 5 yards. It'll be, they'll say 4. It's 2nd and 6.
And a good gain of 4 there by Ray Bentley. And, that's what we're looking for here on first down for Ray Bentley. Gains of 5 yards, keep moving the sticks, keep them ahead here of the sticks. And, hopefully they'll get a first down out of this for them.
Offset I formation, defensive line moving up. Looks to throw to the outside. That's caught. Bentley cannot get the first down. The stretch is not going to work. It'll be 3rd and 2, and this is the biggest third down of the game thus far for Mexico City.
And, Curtis, he's had a little bit of trouble with breaking those one-on-one matchups there today. I'm not sure what's going on, but he's had a little bit of extra trouble today with that.
Big third down, thrown, caught, and it's another big catch for Mexico City. They move the sticks. Richard Montague, his first catch in a little while, does indeed get them a new set of downs.
And Matt Wilson, the Bronze Bomber himself, Hall of Famer, stepping up right when his team needs him, converting the first down out to Richard Montague. Great pitch and catch there, and extends the drive for the Aztecs.
Under center is Matt Wilson. Get his team back into a handoff. Ray Bentley breaks through 1 tackle. He'll have a 4-yard gain to work with. And it's a 2nd and 6 inside of the 30.
And again, another good methodical drive here. This is what we were for Mexico City as they came out the gates here in the second half. Had to punt the ball over to Vancouver, but getting that key interception from Jeffrey Daggs. And now they're making the methodical drive happen here as they get close to the red zone.
Another one for Bentley. Breaks through 1, has some green in front of him, and he'll get down to the 17-yard line. They'll say the 18. But you took a look at Matt Wilson's stats, not quite 100 yards. He's going to lean on Bentley a little bit here as that defense starts to wear down.
And that's what I was talking about there, Curtis. He was able to break that first tackle, that initial tackle, and that is what Ray Bentley exceeds at. He excels at. And we just haven't seen a ton of it this ball game. Finally saw it there. And again, look at that. Extends the drive into the SFL red zone.
Handoff. Bentley left side, taken down near the line of scrimmage. They will say no gain. It's 2nd and 10.
And Bentley looking a little slow. He might need to go to the sideline, get some oxygen or something, because he just was not showing a ton of explosiveness there. Excuse me. As he got wrapped up for no gain.
Wrapped up by Frank Champion, no less. He will get a carry here, get taken down again. It's another big third down for Mexico City as they get no gain on that. And they have a chance to go 4 for 8 on the third down. They're 3 for 7 at the moment. They need this better than any third down they've had so far.
Crowd on their feet here in Canada Field. It is getting loud here, Curtis. 3rd and 10 for the Aztecs.
You hear them all the way up here. Huge play. Vancouver wants a stop. Mexico City needs to keep it going. Wilson throws. It's through the middle, through the seam. Not going to get there, and that is incomplete. Wilson's looking for a flag. He's not going to get one, and that is going to be 4th down, and it's likely a 3-point attempt for Mexico City.
Yeah, and Wilson trying to thread the needle there to Montague. I almost thought he had it there, but unfortunately it was an incomplete pass. They're going to have to settle for a field goal, but still, points are definitely something that you want on the board in this situation, being down by 15.
From the left hash, it's going to be a 34-yard attempt. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is right down the middle. 34 yards for Cole Varner. His 3rd field goal of this contest makes it a 12-point game again, and now the game is on the shoulders of Mark Biddix, who still has an even better chance now of putting this game away.
In Mexico City, 2 back-to-back games with not a ton of offensive production, playing against 2 good defenses, mind you, but this is a little rare to see here for the Aztecs as they boot the ball down the field to the Legion.
Chance for Major Key to bring it back to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Break through 1 tackle. He got taken down at the 27-yard line. and that is where Mark Biddix and company will come back out. Expect to see a lot of Cody Hill on this drive. He'll try to run it down Mexico City's throat.
Yeah, absolutely. Run that clock down. Already only a minute 55 left in this third quarter. Still got a whole fourth quarter to go, but Mexico City needs to get the ball back and needs to get some points on the board in a hurry.
2 in the backfield. Can almost bet that everyone in the building knows where this ball's going. Handoff, Cody Hill, as we thought, through the middle, has some running room, and he'll get a 6-yard gain out of it to the 33.
And again, Curtis, you know it's bad when the safeties have to come down and make that play. They are the last line of defense. If they got to come down and make that play, that means your defensive line failed, your linebackers failed, and the safeties are the last guys there that got to make that play. So it's a huge gain on first down for the for the Legion.
3 receivers bunched up. That's a play action. Looks to throw. Heaves it over the middle. Caught by Brett Killian. And another one. I'm sorry, not Brett Killian. That's Bykowski, I think, isn't it? No, it's not. Who is that?
Kate Stevens.
Oh.
Okay. Kate Stevens with the grab there. He stayed in bounds, too.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. He's just outside the left hash, actually. Oh, Cade Stevens, always good for a laugh every now and then, but always at Vancouver's expense. That is splitback formation for Mark Biddix and company. Throws left side. That is caught for Brett Killian. It's a 6-yard gain. He'll say 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
And going back to that previous play again, the dangers of play action when you have a successful rushing attack. I mean, this is what Vancouver has been doing all game long, and a great game plan put together by Andy Hamilton and his staff. It's just been absolutely incredible to watch, taking apart this Aztec defense.
Backfield handoff. Cody Hill through the middle has a first down and a few more out to the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 10 again as they enter field goal range.
And another look at Cody Hill here. Again, just great blocking up front. Looks like the tackle there, the left tackle, able to get up into the linebackers there and make a block, giving plenty of space for Cody Hill to run right up the middle, and another first down on the ground for the Legion.
Focusing on the right half of the field. Biddix to throw. Plenty of time. Throws nearly picked off. Linebacker stepped up, nearly made a play. It'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, and that was a shaky throw. I'm not sure how I feel about that as Carlos Powers gets in there, swats the ball down, and it's incomplete. Great play by the Aztec defense.
7 seconds left. Might be the last play of this third quarter. You take a look at 2nd down, not 3rd down. And off. Nope. Play action. Looks to throw. Biddix to the outside, trying to drag the feet. Did he do it? He did. It'll be 3rd and 2. And that is going to end the third quarter of play. 12-point lead for the Legion. Friday Night Lights on the SFL Network, presented by APM Music. We will be right back.
Show Business Studios can take your dream and make it reality. Any show, anytime, any place. Show Business Studios is limited only by your imagination. Find us at showbusinessstudios.com.
Friday Night Lights on the SFL Network, presented by APM Music. Show Business Studios. Media Tech Institute. Richards Printworks. ScoreStream. And Spygo. As you take a look again at Vancouver, same area region of the continent at least. As Vancouver has the football inside of the 27-yard line, with a handoff Cody Hill, and he did not get there. 3rd down turns into 4th and inches as Chris Curtis is back with you along with Eric Vincent, as Jeffrey Daggs came up and made a massive hit to keep that one before the sticks.
Yeah, and too much east to west running, not enough north to south. And unfortunately, that is what failed the Legion there on that third down. So it's going to be 4th and inches, and we'll see Eric Walsh come out here for the first time.
Yep, Eric Walsh's first field goal attempt of the day. It's a 42-yarder from the left hash. Snap is good. Kick up and on the way, and it is good. Right down the middle from 42 is Eric Walsh, and they get it back to a 15-point lead for the Legion. And again, ball is in your court, Mexico City. They got to score. They got to get it in the end zone, I think, first drive of the fourth quarter.
That was the 15th made field goal on the season for Eric Walsh. And you're absolutely right, Curtis. I mean, that was a victory there for the Mexico City defense, but the offense now has to get points on the board. Field goals aren't going to do you any good at this point. Got to get it into the end zone.
It's a decent kick. You see the shadows starting to creep in on the Vancouver side of the field. It'll be Jeffrey Dagg. He's already had 2 good returns tonight and nearly had a third one. He does get to the 33-yard line, so certainly serviceable. And that is where Matt Wilson and company will start this drive. Going to try to have a balanced attack, I think. A little bit of Ray Bentley and a little bit of Matt Wilson airing it out. And he's what the doctor ordered here for Mexico City.
Did this dude eat his Wheaties or what? I mean, good grief, man. Just spinning all over the field. Great returns there by Jeffrey Daggs and his 7th interception on the year today.
He's had a monster day, no doubt. This will be a handoff to Bentley. He's going to get through 1, but not 3. It'll be a 3-yard gain for him.
And that's good for a tie for 3rd on the SFL leaderboard in interceptions, by the way, for Jeffrey Daggs, as Ray Bentley gets another good carry there, 3 yards. Not quite what you're looking for on first down, especially from your big-time running back, but, the rushing game is going to set up the passing game in this situation here.
Flip back for Wilson, looking to throw. He's in the middle there. That is a catch for K.L. Barrett. Not much to that, but he does get a completion out of it. 1st and 10 for Mexico City.
And something else we talked about, Curtis, coming in, Wilson just not throwing a ton this year, and you can see it on the stat sheet today, just now crossing over 100 yards passing, and we're into the fourth quarter. I mean, that's certainly not something we're used to seeing from Matt Wilson.
Not at all. That's a short throw, but a catch, albeit not a very convincing one for K.L. Barrett, but it's a 7-yard completion anyways. He takes it off the shoe tops.
Hey, look, if you catch it, you get yardage. I mean, there's really nothing you can do there. Not the best thrown ball, but certainly throwing it where only his receiver can grab it. And for 7 yards, can't shake a stick at that. That's a great play on first down.
2-possession game at the moment. Mexico City trying to pin it down to a 1-possession game. Got to get a touchdown to do it. They're in Vancouver territory. Handoff. Bentley not going to get there. He will be 2 yards shy, and another big 3rd down upcoming for Mexico City. It'll be their 9th attempt at a first down on 3rd down. They've only converted 3 so far.
And that is just not going to get it done for you, Curtis. Although they have not converted a whole bunch of 3rd downs this year, 20th in the SFL in 3rd down conversion.
He did not get there. It'll be 4th and 1, and decision time here for Ramos Lynn and company. Would you kick it, or would you try to go for this here?
You got to go for it, Curtis. Like I said, field goals are going to do you no good in this situation anymore. Maybe if it was earlier on in the ball game, I'd say kick it, and it looks like Ramos Lynn is going to agree with me here.
Yep, this is indeed a 4th and 1. Possible game-changing scenario here. They will snap it. Wilson to throw. Needs a little throw here, but he's not going to get it. And that is a big hit as he got rid of the football. And Vancouver turns the ball over. They will get the ball. And Matt Wilson gets hit really hard.
Well, that's big Franco Sonati with the last-minute spin move on his blocker there, able to get free and knock Mac Wilson down just as he was getting rid of the football. That's a heartbreaker there for the Aztec offense.
Let's take a look there at one of the main cogs in the machine for the Vancouver offense today. Cody Hill, 107 yards on 22 carries. He's going to get 23 right here, and it will be not very far going forward to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 as he doesn't go anywhere.
And Jack Brown getting in there from his middle linebacker spot, making the play, dragging him down right at the line of scrimmage. and that was a much better play there on that run on first down. Cody Hill has been getting big chunks of yards every time he touches the football, so the fact they stopped him from no gain, that's definitely a step in the right direction for the Aztec defense.
Under center is Biddix. On the defensive line, handoff to Hill, and he won't go very far again. A 1-yard gain, not much more than that. 3rd and 9 upcoming for Vancouver. And if you take a look, they have been pretty good on third downs in this game. They're shooting 66% so far. They could use, as they're 6 for 9, they could use one here.
Pablo Zamora, Nick Daggs getting in there on the stop. We'll see if they can make one more stop here, get the ball back to their offense.
Biddix to throw, plenty of time, heaves it over the middle. It's going to be overthrown as he was looking for Trevor Farrell. He will not find him, and Vancouver will punt the ball.
When they might have gotten away with a little DPI there, Curtis, a little defensive pass interference. May have been some hip checking down there on the sideline out in the middle of the field. But alas, no flag thrown, and the ball is going to go back to Mexico City.
It's like Andy Hamilton in chat agrees with you. Definitely DPI, he says. Punt upcoming. Jeffrey Daggs waiting back on the return deep in Mexico City territory. Kick is going to go to the left. It'll be on the right hash 20. And that is caught there and dropped there for Mexico City. Matt Wilson needs to work efficiently. Got to get a score. Try and give yourself plenty of time to get a couple of stops on defense. But you are looking square in the face at 6 minutes left in this football game, and your offense still does not have a touchdown on the board.
1st and 10.
Yes, sir, and that's the key right there. Also, shout out to Ron Cochran throwing out another 100 bits. Haven't seen some bits thrown out in a little bit. Thank you guys for all your contributions.
Looking to throw. Wilson heaves it. Tipped in. Incomplete. He was looking down the middle. Frank Champion says no. The linebacker hustling back to make a play.
And that's what you want to see out of your star linebacker, getting back there, covering the wideouts there on his route. And that's a heck of a play. You know, got to love that out of your middle linebacker as we get a look there at Frank Champion there. Again, averaging 6.5 tackles this season, which is incredible.
He's been a monster on that side of the ball, no doubt. 2 in the backfield for Wilson. Handoff, Ray Bentley. Bentley going to go absolutely nowhere. And Vancouver has had an answer for Ray Bentley every time he stepped out on the field. They continue to have that answer. It's 3rd and 10.
And Curtis, you said it. I mean, we talked about this at halftime. Without that kickoff return for a touchdown, we've got 3 field goals on the board. 9 points allowed by this Vancouver defense. Heck of a job by them tonight.
And on point. Wilson to throw. Plenty of time. Lobs it over the top. It's going to be tipped and incomplete, looking in triple coverage. And that's not going to work, as it looked like Marquise Reed had a good shot at it.
Ooh, yeah, I think he was getting a little greedy there. That might have been his fullback running downfield, Andre Tovar. Matt Wilson getting a little greedy, throwing into triple coverage there. And another 4th down coming up.
Chancellor Major Key on the return. He is back deep. Kick is away. It'll go end over end inside of the 39-yard line. And Key will get all the way up to the 43. And that is it. So here we go. Vancouver, still a chance. Oh, there was actually a flag on the play. Didn't see that.
Clipping, number 35, defense.
Oh, the infamous clipping.
Ooh. That's not something that Vancouver fans want to see, as the backup Jackson Jr. gets hit with the penalty. And that's going to put Mexico City, I think, in a good spot defensively.
Yeah, Vancouver was coming up with some good field position there and backing them up 15 yards there. That's certainly not where you want to go. So they're going to set up shop here at the 28.
3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Big play action. He's going to get thrown down. Oh, man. He got absolutely lit up by the defensive line for Mexico City. That is a second and a lot more.
Woo-wee. They were not fooled by that play action this time. Dorian Lopez getting in there and throwing down Biddix. Big sack there by the defensive line.
Problem is that clock continues to tick, tick, tick away, so they can celebrate the sack all they want. They still got some work to do. I formation for Vancouver. Biddick's to throw to the outside, and that is going to be out of bounds. 3rd and 16. Upcoming Brett Killian couldn't keep it in.
Yeah, just a little too late on the throw there by Biddix. Good route there, run out by Killian. Just couldn't quite really get to him. Probably should have thrown it just a skosh earlier, and it would have been a completed pass. So now we're forced with a 3rd and 16 here.
In the gun is Biddix. He's got 4 wide. Good snap. Looks to throw. Heaves it over the middle. That's caught. And I believe is that BK. It is. Brett Killian over the top has it near midfield.
Oh, man, and that was not what you wanted if you were Mexico City. Can't let BK12 beat you here. And just an awful string of events here for Mexico City as King Wallace was in coverage out there. Usually a great corner, but just getting beat by BK12 and Killian making another great catch.
Play action again. This time they're fooled. Steps into the pocket. Throws short. Not much more than a time accelerator at that point. It'll be 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard completion as the clock continues to roll, closing in on 4.5 minutes to go.
Well, and honestly, Curtis, that's all you're really looking for at this point. Completed passes, running, just keep the clock going. Get out of here with a victory, an important victory. And, we'll see if they can make that happen. Free play.
It is a free play. It'll be a handoff to Cody Hill. He won't go very far, but it looks like a neutral zone infraction. Going to push the Aztecs back even further.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 99, defense. Repeat, 2nd down.
Mauricio Zita is the guilty party, jumping off sides there. And again, giving free yards to the Vancouver Legion is not what you want to do. They haven't had any ball up and down the field as we see the score there, 31-16 in favor of them. Just an unbelievable offensive showing for the Legion. And again, hats off to Andy Hamilton and his staff for putting together a great game plan this week.
It's been a very good game plan, but you can put together the best game plan in the world if you don't have the players to execute it. That's a different story. Cody Hill is going to have himself a 1st down, so huge shout out to the players for executing that to this point. However, game's not over yet. They still got a little bit of work to do to put this one away, but that clock continues to make it easier on them to do so as they get another 1st down.
You know that old saying, Curtis, it's not the X's and O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. And that's what we're seeing here on the field today.
Under center is Biddix. That awkward moment when none of the players in the field are Jim or Joe. That's one that goes back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther. And Cody Hill has a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, shout out to anybody who decides that they want to get involved with the SFL and either name their player Jimmy or Joe.
Yeah. It's the way to do it right there. That's the way to do it. Then the X's and O's don't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Mexico City, got to make a stand here. 2nd and 10. We've already had 1 interception tonight off of Mark Biddix. Jeffrey Daggs was the one who brought that one back. And off Cody Hill, he won't get very far. It's a 4-yard gain for him, 3rd and 6 for Vancouver. As they look at what's going to be their 11th try for a their 12th try for a 3rd down this evening.
Yeah, and Curtis, I don't think we're going to be seeing a ton of balls in the air anymore from Vancouver. They're perfectly content watching this clock tick away and handing the ball off to Cody Hill.
Handoff. Cody Hill not going to do it. 3rd down becomes 4th down. Punting time for the Legion, as they will put the ball back in the hands of Jeffrey Daggs, who will be waiting for the punt. Unless, of course, they can kick it out of bounds, which is a possibility too.
Yeah, but I think we're going to hit the 2-minute warning here, Curtis. And looks like Andy Hamilton and company have done their job once again as we have hit that 2-minute warning.
120 seconds to go in regulation. The Legion have a 2-possession lead over the Season 9 SFL champions. Friday Night Lights presented by APM Music. Hunter lined up back on the 45-yard line. Been a good game to call so far. Chris Curtis, Eric Vincent with you in the booth. Yeah, Jeff on stats as well. Huge shout out to him for making our lives a little bit easier. And this kick's going to go to the right. They do indeed try to kick it out of bounds, but it'll bounce at the 3 instead. And it takes a Vancouver bounce at the 3. Kingston does his job, and he pins the Aztecs down in their own 3-yard line.
Man, and we haven't seen a ton of Jess Kingston, but good grief, that was a heck of a punt. Able to nail them back at the 3-yard line. And Matt Wilson and company have a ways to go, even if they want to make this thing close.
2 running backs back there for Mexico City. One of them is Ray Bentley. Handoff. Thrown right side. Caught on the outside for Richard Montague. It'll be a no huddle for them. No huddle for the Aztecs. We'll see what they can do. Ball snap. Looks to throw to the outside. It goes. Ray Bentley, you got to bring that one in. What are you doing? It'll hit the ground and at least stop the clock, but that's the only positive out of that.
And that's the kind of stuff we've been talking about today. I'm not sure if they left their playing shoes on the bus or the plane or whatever happened, but Mexico City just has not had that juju today that they usually have.
Under center. Matt Wilson to throw. Look, taken down, another sack. And they have been ill-advised to protect their quarterback. Mexico City will take a timeout. And with just over a minute to go, Red Ross with a second sack of the day.
Yeah, and you said it, Curtis. A second sack there. Way to get in there. Shove your arm underneath the blocker there. Able to get through and make that sack there. And it's the second sack of the ball game. And already we're facing a 4th down deep in their own territory for Mexico City.
Deep in their own territory, and the crowd's starting to get loud. Last possible offensive play of the game for Mexico City. They're looking to throw. Pressure coming, thrown over the middle. It's caught, and they'll keep the drive alive as they start to go no huddle. 1 timeout for Mexico City. Split backs for Matt Wilson. Looks to throw again. This time goes short. Ray Bentley's out there, has the football, tries to break the tackle. He does not get out of bounds. That's a problem. No huddle again in the split backs. Wilson to throw. Throws short. That's caught. First down. Not much more than that. And again, they move the 6.
Got to keep this up, Curtis.
Looks to throw. Wilson heaves it. Caught. Another one for Richard Monster. Sorry, that's Cale Barrett. And they do call a timeout. They pass the midfield stripe. They got to get one in the end zone quick.
Yeah, they sure do, but a heck of a catch here by K.L. Barrett, and a heck of a job moving the chains progressively on this drive as they pass midfield. And, I mean, you said it, Curtis, there's not really a ton of time left. Got to keep this thing close. If you get a touchdown on the scoreboard there, you're at least keeping it somewhat close to maybe get an onside kick and, make the touchdown and possibly the 2-point conversion. But there's a lot that's got to happen here for Mexico City to make this thing happen.
Especially in the next 46 seconds, there's a lot that has to go right. Offset I formation for Matt Wilson. 7 in the box. Clock starts to roll. Looks to throw. Heaves it over the top. That's caught. And Richard Montague will bring it in, but they got to get up to the line. They have 1 timeout still remaining in this football game. They're down to 34 seconds left in the ball game. Wilson to throw. To the outside. Ray Bentley has the football, and he will get knocked out of bounds. There's a penalty on the play. See what happened here with 27 to go.
Face mask, number 58.
Ooh. A defensive face mask, an incidental. The Aztecs will accept it. It'll give them the first down, which I think they had anyway. But a huge call to get them back or get them down into damage territory.
And that was a good play there by Andre Tovar, able to come out of the backfield there, the fullback, And, yeah, it looks like it might have been just a little graze there. Still got that 5-yard face mask, here in the SFL. So a good call there by the head referee. And 5 yards there for the Aztecs as they set up shop here at the Vancouver 12.
Well, Aztecs need a touchdown. Need it right this very second if they can do it. On this play, it would be preferable if they have a shot. Looks to throw to the outside. Bentley to the outside, trying to get through the tackle, and what a clothesline. Stops him, but he does step out of bounds. They actually didn't call him out of bounds. Clock continues to run. Wilson looks to throw. Short. Got there. Touchdown Aztecs. That gets them closer. And it looks like they will attempt the onside kick.
It certainly gets them closer. A great catch there by Mike Daggs, the big, tall tight end, able to make the catch in traffic, get across the end zone for the score. And pending this extra point, it will be a one-possession ball game, which means we'll see an onside kick here after this extra point.
As long as there's no issues with the extra point, it will be an 8-point game, 31-22 at the moment. Snap good, hold good, kick on the way, nearly blocked, but it is up and through. So we have an onside kick incoming. The whole building knows it's coming. Mexico City going to send out the hands team, as is Vancouver. And we'll see what Cole Varner can do, the star kicker for the Aztecs. He tries to put it 10 yards deep and have his guys get to it.
Crucial play here, Curtis.
Kick is a nice bounce. It will go the 10 yards. It's recovered by Vancouver, and that should be your ball game. Victory formation coming out for Vancouver with 7 seconds on the clock. Still one timeout for Mexico City, so it looks like the Mark Biddix will actually snap it twice. But either way, Vancouver gets a win.
Yeah, not great placement there on that onside kick there by Cole Varner. But you're right, Vancouver getting a much-needed win to keep themselves relevant in the playoff hunt. And Mexico City, they will lose 2 in a row here, which is very rare for them.
They will indeed. It also puts them in a spot where they're sitting at 5-4, not doing themselves any favors in that wild card chase. But Mexico City's loss is Vancouver's gain, as well as a number of other teams, including Sioux Falls, who is currently in that hunt as well. Speaking of Sioux Falls, that's where Mexico City is. That's actually who Mexico City is playing next week, as the Sparrows, a hungry bunch of birds, are going to be in Mexico City trying to put the Aztecs at 500. So we'll see if that happens. On the other side, Vancouver, who gets a win, they go to 3-6, and they will take on San Francisco in the next game. We get a winner out of Vancouver tonight, though, on the Friday Night Lights telecast, 31-23. Eric, your post-game thoughts?
Well, and as we've said the whole game, Curtis, just a fantastic offensive showing for the Vancouver Legion, doing just enough towards the end to make sure that they held on to this victory. And, a win is a win, and they put up a ton of points, mainly in the first half, but like I said, able to do just enough towards the end to guarantee this win. And hats off to them for taking down such a formidable opponent in the Mexico City Aztecs. Hats off to both teams for a great game today.
Shout out to, well, actually, let me give you this. Quick response from you, player of the game.
Player of the game. It has to be Brett Killian. Brett Killian just did absolutely everything today.
Yeah. I was going to say either Brett Killian or possibly Cody Hill. Could be another vibe for that, too. So, either way, that's it from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. The Friday Night Lights telecast presented by APM Music is officially in the books. For Eric Vincent and Jeff on Stats, my name is Chris Curtis. We will see you tomorrow night for more on the SFL Network on Twitch. You guys have a great night. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. For more information, head over to simulationfl.net or use the Discord command, !Discord, in the chat. We'll see you tomorrow night on Twitch.